Hello everyone, I thought I'd take you for a bit of a walk, get a bit of exercise. Things are all a bit crazy in Australia at the moment. They want us to all download tracking apps to our phone now. But I thought we'd go for a little bit of a walk. There we go, we're back. Evan, there you go, mate. I just thought I'd take you for a little bit of a walk through Australia. Get out and have a little bit of a look around. Yeah, they want us to have a tracking app on our phones now, and they're saying that if we all download this tracking app, hey Shane, how you going, mate? If they all download this tracking app, they'll start lifting the lockdown on us. But hey South Carolina, how you going, mate? Yeah, so if we all download this app, they reckon they'll start lifting the quarantine and letting us out of the house again. But I ain't downloading no app to my phone. They already track us with our phones as it is. What do they want more tracking info on us? Yeah, bloody lovely day though. I hope everyone's having a good time where they are. Hey Catherine. Yeah, just thought I'd get out and have a little look. This is my street that I live on, and there's cliffs on the other side there, so you only get neighbours to either side here, and then it's a dead end just down the bottom there, so it's a pretty quiet little street I live on here in North Carolina. Oh cool. Yeah, from what I've seen going on at the moment, they're all the politicians are trying to keep control of us. They don't want to give up any of these rules they've got on us at the moment. Yeah, it has been a while. I've been struggling pretty bad. Things haven't been real good in Australia for a long time. So hopefully things will start getting a bit better. I finally got put on government payments the other day. They're going to give me $150 a fortnight. Oh, I started laughing when they told me that. How are you supposed to live on that? And the bank's hounding me for my mortgage, so I can't. And they won't do their part, so we're not allowed to. We were trying to have the tenants leave the house so we could move into it before it all happened, or so the captain and that could move into it, but we're not allowed to evict tenants from our building now for 9 months. So, hey Gleason News. So things haven't been real fun. Been trying to sort all that out. Been pretty busy. Got some good news with me doctor. They were going to get sent to a new doctor and go on a new trial, so hopefully that'll make a big difference. You guys will get a bit of an idea on what's going on around my little town. Yeah, 9 months before we can get someone out, and that's at the earliest now. So when we were I think 20 days for having them out, and now we can't get them out for 9 months. Oh, hey Placer Chaser, how you going? Oh, thanks champion. I've been missing you, Placer Chaser. I haven't seen you around for a long time. Oh. Yeah, so this is just give you a little look and see how big things are getting around my little town. Things are growing. The cities have made it here already. We're a part of Sydney now. What was that last comment? Yeah, everyone's got no choice at the moment but to be reliant on the government, and they won't give up any of their powers that they've got. Geez, that's quite a hike up that hill. Yeah, but this is all the new development up here. And getting to get a few new neighbours. All this is going to be filled with houses in here, right through. And all these ones down here, they're all brand new houses right through there. There's going to be 89 houses in here when this is all finished. No, well, they're supposed to defer your repayments for 3 months on your mortgage, but you can't get through to the banks at the moment, and they tell you they'll ring you back one day and they'll sort it all out. But meanwhile, I'm getting letters from them every day saying I've got to pay this and I've got to pay that, and I don't know, who knows what they'll do. Hey Phil, how you going, champion? Yeah, so I just thought I'd get out and do a bit of exercise. I'm going to go down this new subdivision, I suppose. Nice place for a little walk. Might take us for a walk down to the waterfall one day. That should be flowing pretty well at the moment. Yeah, she's not much fun here at the moment. They're talking about because we've got control of the virus pretty much, it's very, very small. Not many people have died at all, and we look like we might be winning the whole fight. They're talking about keeping Australia locked up from the rest of the world until we get a vaccine. And New Zealand's got theirs almost under control. Hey Harry, how you going, mate? So they're talking about letting Australia and New Zealand travel between each other like in a couple of months, but we'd be cut off from the rest of the world until they get a vaccine. So that's going to be interesting. They reckon they won't allow any overseas travel from Australia for at least a year, so we won't be doing much here for a long time. How you going, champion? Yeah, I've been I'll go back. I've been working on a few things for Australia while I've been sitting at home doing nothing. We've got to ring up some politicians on the weekend, on Monday, see if I can get a few things on the move. What's this one? Townhouse cost me $1,400 a month. 500, wow. Yeah, the New World Order, it's pretty good, isn't it? Hey Mountain, yeah, I'm still going, I'm still standing. I'm trying to do a bit of good while I'm sitting at home, so I've been working on I suppose you'd call it a funding planning model for Australia for big irrigation scheme. I've rung up politicians before and they like the idea, but they don't like the lack of control that they would get out of it, so they used to tell me off and all this sort of thing. So I'm going to try a different politician this time. Be funny to see what they say. Be interesting. Last time I rung up one, everyone in the office loved the idea and they sent it up the chain, and 2 days later the treasurer of the country, his personal aide rang me up and told me off. Not that my idea was wrong, but that they were against it because they couldn't control it. So had a good argument with that guy over it. Got to take it to the streets. Yeah, we've got to make sure we get our freedoms back, because you know, I've never known a politician to voluntarily give back power, you know, like we're going to have to fight for every right we've lost and make sure we get them all back. I think it's been a big overreach myself, especially in Australia. What they've done to the country, they've absolutely destroyed it. Yeah, you don't even own your own. If you've got a rental property, you don't have any say in it or any ownership of it until the whole thing's over. It's like a communist government takeover here. The people were getting fined for going on a Tinder date. You know, you'd get $1,000 fine. One lady, she put up her holiday photos on Facebook from last year, and the police fined her $1,000 for not following social distancing rules from the photos, and all sorts of crazy stuff like that. Hey, you found it buried? Yeah, so make sure we don't let them get away with it. Just because the virus come from a communist country doesn't mean the virus should turn us all into communists. That's my thought anyway. I'm probably ranting a little bit now. Oh dear. I hope everyone's been safe and happy. Try and keep busy, everyone. That's my advice. Try and get something to do. At least they are showing their true colours, so hopefully folks will be smart enough to know who to vote for. Well, the problem in Australia is we've got, like, your Republican Party is our Liberal Party, and they're in power at the moment, but they're the ones going full-on communist at the moment, you know, and then you got the Labor Party, and they're full-blown communists, and it's just out of control in their states. Yeah. I'm not real impressed with the whole thing, eh? The way they've worked it out is if you got nothing, you get given heaps of money. If you're rich, you get given heaps of money, but if you got a little bit, you get nothing. So, I don't know. Yeah, there is no right person to vote for, that's the problem. Like our Prime Minister, he's a pretty good bloke, he's pretty decent, but he's still a politician, you know, and when it comes down to it, he still struggles to, like, he tells the truth, but he still struggles because he's a politician. But you can't trust any of them, really, not the way they've acted in the past. How's the shortages and that going over in America? Things have calmed down a fair bit here. We can get boxes of tissues and stuff. Still no sign of toilet paper, but most of the food stocks are pretty good. Like, you can get most of what you want. We're still on rations, but I might turn around and go back up again before I lose signal. Yeah, we're still on rations and stuff like that, but yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. We're even being rationed on alcohol at the moment. People are still crazy there, yeah. No, people are getting really upset at the moment here in Australia. Like, it's hard to explain, but you can feel the tension in the air. Like, when you go out in the streets, people are angry. People are really angry, and you know, you see old ladies who normally wouldn't speak to people on the streets, and they're engaging you, talking to you about how angry they are, and you just don't expect a little old granny to start raving on how angry she is with people and the politicians and all this sort of stuff. So it's been interesting a bit, I suppose. Certainly nothing we've ever experienced before. Oh dear. Seen any paper products? What was that one? Midnight. Early February. Yeah, no, we're getting boxes of tissues back in. At first it was paper towels, and now it's boxes of tissues, but still no sign of toilet paper. If you want toilet paper, you got to go to the specialty shops like a chemist or something like that. That's where I got my last lot of toilet paper from, was a chemist. They had a 1 pack per customer limit there, and there was no one else in the shop, and I said to the young lady, I said, you wouldn't mind giving me a 2nd pack, would you? And she said, I'm not supposed to, but seeing as you asked nicely, go ahead. So I got 2 packs. I was wrapped. It's funny how you get excited about getting toilet paper now. There's my crazy neighbours. We're being conservative on toilet paper. Yeah, no, I got plenty of toilet paper. Yeah, I'm like the toilet paper king now. But I've been pretty lucky though, because the captain, she can get toilet paper in her little town every now and then, and when I get it here every now and then, we'll help each other out. So that's been handy. Oh. Wow, that hill kills you. Good exercise though. Sitting down all day doesn't do you any good. Oldies and goodies in the house, is he? Oh yeah, hey Al. Start over. Yeah, I'm just saying how they want to put a tracking device on everyone's phone now, and that we've turned into a communist country. Turns out the virus doesn't kill you, it turns you into a communist, which is not much fun. Hey John, how you going, mate? What's this one? Manage a grocery store, so I get the TP. Yeah, I know a lot of people that like that, like people that run service stations and that. If you're in the know, you ask them and they'll put it away for you when it comes in. But it's like a black market thing, you know. It's quite entertaining, really. Had a lot of fun chats with people at the job line for Centrelink. You know, you go in there one day and they give you a phone number to ring up, and you go home and ring it up and it says your service has been cancelled, so you got to go back in again, another 3 hours in line. So it's been interesting talking to all the different people in town. Everyone is over it. Everyone is annoyed. I hold out for the elderly though. Yeah, I've given away a fair bit of toilet paper. Yeah, I make sure I ask older people and that, have you got any? And if they say no, I say I've got some. I always carry around a few rolls in my car for people and that. It's quite funny, you used to carry around water and emergency food, and now you carry around emergency toilet rolls for people. We nearly bought this property in here when I was younger. It's got like an old barn and a horse yard in it. This would have been nice to have as a teenager, right near the bush and all that, but my mum didn't want to come out to this town here. She wanted to stay in Barrel, which is the where all the yuppies and rich people live. So who am I missing? I'll do the same, yeah. Did I win? Yeah, the fires have been gone. Yeah, we had the fires, we had droughts, fires, and then after the fires, they got put out by floods. So we had big floods everywhere. And now we've got the coronavirus. So it's been a fun ride. I tell you what, I hate 2020. I'm going to try and, I've still got I think about 10 letters to send off from the last time I did the Pirate Bertie Wheel of Doom. So once I've sent that off, I'm gonna put on a few little shows every now and then, try and keep everyone entertained. It does sound like the end of times, eh? Yeah, no, they reckon that if we get enough volunteers, they won't make the phone tracking mandatory, but I think they'll end up making it mandatory anyway. They'll say, oh, we're not going to let you out until you put it on your phone. So, and it'll be one of them things like if you don't have your phone on you, you'll get $1,000 fine and all this sort of stuff, so that you can't avoid the tracking. I tell you what, they've handed out millions and millions of dollars in fines in Australia recently. Every day they're handing out a couple of hundred fines, and they're all $1,000 fines, so adds up each state. Oh dear. Yeah, see, these are all our new neighbours here, and this road through here is like an accident waiting to happen now. It's only a matter of time. The road's so narrow, so many people, and when they put all this new subdivision on top of it, it's going to be bang. Crap, in 3 or 4 months. Yeah, tell me about it. Yeah, it hasn't been a lot of fun, mate. You know that saying that if it doesn't kill you, it only makes you stronger? Well, I'm still waiting to get stronger. I'm not dead yet. Yeah, $1,000 fine for not obeying the rules. You're allowed to go for a walk on your own or with one other person from your house, but you got to stay away from people. Like, that's your exercise. This is what I'm allowed to do. Other than that, I'm allowed to go to the bottle-o, the supermarket, or a doctor, or a Centrelink. Other than that, I've got to stay home. So, yeah, you're not wrong, George. I am getting pretty tough, mate. You get used to it after a while, I guess. But at least I said I'm trying to do a bit of good while I'm sitting at home on my bum. So I'll find out on Monday. I'll give them a call and see if they like the idea, and might give me a bit of something to do while I'm sitting at home. It's always fun to get in and do something good. I used to like doing, like when I was doing plumbing and that, you'd do a job for some old person and you'd see in their kitchen that they had no food, you know, like because they were struggling with money, and you'd fix the job up and they'd say, how much do you want? And I'd say, oh, don't worry about it, mate, and I'd just leave, and you know, that'd make their day. And it didn't do much for me, you know, it didn't hurt me at all, but you know, it meant that they could get a little bit of food. That sort of thing used to make me happy. Ken Allen, how you going, mate? I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing all right, jogging along. Got a new, got a few things going to keep me busy. I get to do my little exercise. So tomorrow I might take you for a walk down along the, down to the waterfall. Show you the waterfall down the bottom. It's quite a nice walk going down through the bush there. Much better than going walking up and down my hill. But, oh dear. Yeah, I hope everyone's doing good, staying safe. What's it say? Better and funner than taking, trust me, yeah. Got to keep the heart fresh, you know, good on you. Yeah, I'm trying, mate. Trying to keep a bit of exercise going. What's the saying? A body in motion stays in motion. A body at rest stays at rest. So if you keep moving, your body will want to keep moving. That's the theory anyway. Oh dear. Yeah, so I plan on doing a few little Pirate Bertie Wheels of Doom here and there just to cheer everyone up. Won't be anything major or anything like that, but At least we'll try and get in that bit of fun anyway. Ooh. Oh dear. I'm probably going to lose you guys soon. As soon as I go down the bottom here, it'll probably lose signal. So if it drops out, I'll say goodbye for then, but if it doesn't, I'll keep the walk going. Yeah, so we've got the cliffs on one side, and at the back of our properties we've got more cliffs, so we've only got a few neighbours. It's pretty cool here, and the birds and the animals, and like you just go out, sit on your front veranda and you listen to all these different birds singing and chirping, and it's a beautiful spot. It'd be a shame to ever leave here. Like, I've been here for 23 years now. I'm not real keen to leave here one day, but who knows, we'll see what happens in the future. Can't do anything now for at least 6 months, they reckon. You're not allowed to do anything, so I hope they change that rule and get things moving and start being a bit more sensible with things. Yeah. I can't see him being sensible though. That's yeah, politicians aren't known for it. And so, anyone been doing anything exciting lately in quarantine? I've watched more of these funny memes and all these things lately than I've ever seen before in my life. I was watching one on a mill that exploded the other day in America. That was extreme. This big timber mill just blew up. Boom! Never seen anything like that before. That was awesome to watch that on a video. Oh, we're crushed now. We're in so much trouble now. We're in more debt now than we were in World War II per capita. Have you been out at all? No, not really. I've been staying at home, been obeying the quarantine rules. Like I said, they're pretty strict. They're even following everyone's Facebook pages and everything, you know, like we're under full monitoring, you know. It's Big Brother on steroids at the moment. And they just want to do more and more monitoring. So you really want to obey the rules. You don't want to be out doing something you're not allowed to, or they'll get you. Yeah. What's this? I wish I'd been sick since March 1st, but finally started to feel better. Oh, awesome, Seven. Awesome, mate. Yeah, I had my little one down for 9 days over Easter. That was pretty good. She was pretty good. I'll probably end up having her back because she won't behave herself, so we'll see what happens. Oh, never sit around this much ever. It's driving me batty. Yeah. So you guys not allowed to go for a walk out of your houses up the street and that? We are. We're still allowed that little bit of freedom. Everyone in Australia's been burning off at the moment because it's winter time, so we can get in and burn off all our bush and everything, all the sticks, and try and clean the bush up a bit so when the fires come next time it won't be so bad. So everyone's having campfires and cooking marshmallows, and yeah, sort of gone back to the way of the old days. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, all right, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed your little walk. I'm going to try and get out and do a little bit more for you so you can stay entertained. No burnt. Yeah, you guys are opposite to us at the moment. Yeah, so we can burn off now, which is pretty cool. All right, everyone. I better go. I'll catch up with you next time. See yous all. Peace out. Love yous all.